everyone, I'm Cathy, the Clumsy Soaper. I'm a chemist by profession and soap making is my creative outlet. Thank you for joining me and I hope that you can pick up some of my salt bar soap making tips and tricks. Without further ado, let's get started. The ingredients that I use today are 5 oil blend, lye, fine sea salt, pink Himalayan salt, pink grapefruit fragrance oil, titanium dioxide, neon pink pigment, and blue mica. First, let us disperse our colorant in oil. I've used the milk frother or mini mixer to ensure that the colorants are properly dispersed to avoid color specks in the final bar. Here I have used 1 teaspoon per pound of oil colorant load. Both lye and oil are at room temperature now. I always prepare my oil blend and lye in advance and I normally master batch a quantity that is good for 15 to 20 small batches for efficiency and consistency. It also helps me to eliminate other factors and variables, especially when I am testing fragrance oil and colorants. First, let us slowly pour 37% lye solution into the 5 oil blend. This 5 oil blend contains pure olive oil, sustainable palm oil, 76 degrees coconut oil, jojoba oil, and castor oil. For the lye, it was calculated at 5% super fat using my own soap lye calculator at www.mysoapcalc.com/soap. I'll put the link in the description box below. Then we have to swirl it gently until we reach an emulsion. You can use a stick blender if you prefer, but for me, I am using my no-stick blender technique. There's nothing special about my no-stick blender technique except for the fact that I am not using any electrical tool for mixing and the solution stays fluid even if the lye solution concentration is high. Next, I've added the fragrance. Fragrance load is 3.5 and my target here is a mild and gently scented soap bars. Today, I've decided to use pink grapefruit fragrance oil because I like to have a fresh and refreshing scent for the spa soap bars. Then we have to slowly stir it again. Now we are ready to divide our soap butter. I've decided to divide the soap butter into 3 equal portions. Here I have added pink Himalayan salt into the pink colored soap butter and I've added the fine sea salt into the blue colored soap butter. Then I stirred it again. As you can see, I am vigorously stirring the batter until trace. For the salt loading, I've added 10% salt and it is calculated from the total oil weight. You can load up to 100% of the total oil weight, but I suggest keep it at 50% maximum. Mainly because I've made soap bars before and when you add plenty of salt into the soap, it will sweat heavily and eliminate glycerin. Actually, that is how commercial soaps are made. They are salting out the soap to separate glycerin from the soap bar because glycerin has higher industrial value, especially in the cosmetics industry. Now we are ready to pour the solution into the mold and let us start to design our soap. I'd like to start with the blue color. For the next layer, I poured a portion of the white soap butter into the blue colored solution to dilute the color. So instead of using different shades of blue, I am using titanium dioxide to create a color gradient. Next, I poured plain white colored soap butter. After that, I used my improvised hanger to swirl it. This improvised hanger is really made from a clothing hanger that I converted into a swirl tool. As you all know, I really like to improvise. We already filled up half of the container. For the remaining half, I poured a small portion of the pink soap butter into the white soap butter to produce a baby pink color, then layered it on top of the white. Next, I repeated the steps again to create a pink color gradient, starting from a light pink color tint to pink. It is the reverse of the blue pattern where we started with the blue color shade to a light blue hue. Let's have a quick chit-chat about the benefits of salt bar. This dual sea salt bar has twice the benefit of the usual salt bars. Most soap makers will either choose fine sea salt bar or pink Himalayan soap bar. Since both are very good for the skin, I've decided to put them together. It means that this salt bar is loaded with plenty of minerals that are beneficial to the skin like magnesium, copper, calcium, potassium, and more. Though we all know that pink salt is still 99% salt and 99% the same as table salt, some soap maker prefers one to the other for some reasons. They said that it felt totally different when they use one of the salt over the other. So I've decided to combine the two salts together into one bar, and then I can observe if there is any difference. So far, I didn't observe any, but I'd like to continue with the observation while I am curing the soap, and if there is anything that I observed that is worth sharing to all of you, I'll definitely keep you posted on that. Finally, our design is ready and I just tap the mold a few times to eliminate any bubbles or air pockets. After 9 hours, I've unmolded the dual soap spa bar. The soap is still soft, but for salt bars, you have to be fast and vigilant during unmolding because once the salt bar is fully hardened, cutting the soap will be a big challenge. By that time, the salt bar will crumble and that will be very disappointing. For the question of the day, I'd like to know on how long do you normally wait before you unmold salt bars? Let me know by writing it down in the comment section. I hope that you are still watching, and if you are, remember to give me a big thumbs up or a thumbs down depending on whether you liked or disliked this video. This will help me to improve my craft, and please remember to leave a comment too. I hope that you enjoyed our soap making session today, and thank you so much for joining me. Once again, I am Cathy, the Clumsy Soaper, and if you are new here, I hope that you would consider subscribing into my channel for a weekly soap making video, DIY tutorials, and a lot more. Remember to hit the bell icon so you will be notified when I release a new content here in my channel. Just like you, soap making is my passion, and I would really appreciate if you can join me in my soap making journey so we can learn and grow together. Thank you so much, soap sisters and bubble brothers, and happy birthday to those who are celebrating their birthdays this month. God bless!